Just subtle shifts in your habits and perspective is all you need to live simply. You visit a temple or shrine in an ancient city during your travel and look out at the tranquil gardens and the sunrise-sunset points. And feel admiration. You break into a sweat climbing a mountain and yet enjoy the sweeping vista from the summit. You stand before a crystal blue sea and stare at the horizon. Have you ever experienced this sense of being refreshed in such extraordinary moments when you are removed from the hustle and bustle of everyday life? Your heart feels lighter. A warm energy surges through your body. The worry and stresses of daily life vanishes for an instant and you can just feel yourself alive in this moment. Nowadays many have lost their footing. They are worried and confused about how to live their lives. That is why they seek out extraordinary experiences in an attempt to reset their mental balance. But balance lies in simple things. Even once you have pushed reset, the extraordinary remains outside of the everyday. When you return to your regular life, stress accumulates and mind frays. Feeling burdened, you again seek out the extraordinary. Does this never-ending cycle sound familiar? And no matter how much you lament the complexities of life, changing the world is no simple task. If the world is not going the way you want it to, perhaps it's better to change yourself. Then whatever world you encounter, you can move through it comfortably with ease. Instead of going out of the way to seek extraordinary, what if you could live in a more carefree way, just by subtly changing your regular everyday life? The real Zen lies in the ordinary. This video is about just that simple living Zen style. Changing your lifestyle doesn't need to be difficult. Even slight changes in your habits, a subtle shift in your perspective can turn out to be of immense importance. That's all that's needed. You don't need to go to ancient Japanese capital, you don't need to climb Mount Fuji, and you don't need to live near the ocean. With really small minor changes and only minor effort, it is possible to savor the extraordinary. Let's explore how to do so with the help of Zen. Zen is based on teachings that are fundamentally about how humans can live in this world. Zen is about habits, ideas, hints for living a simple and a happy life. It's a treasure trove of deep yet simple life wisdom. Zen teachings is represented in this concept of spiritual awakening, is transmitted outside of the sutras, and cannot be experienced through words or letters. Zen points directly to the human mind and enables us to perceive our true nature and attain Buddhahood. Rather than be fixated on the written or spoken word, we should encounter our essential selves as they exist in the here and now. Try not to be swayed by others' values or opinions, not to be troubled by unnecessary concerns, but to live an infinitely simple life stripped of wasteful things. That is a Zen style. Once you adopt these habits, which I promise are very simple, indeed very, very simple, your worries will disappear. Once you develop these simple practices, life will become so much more relaxed. The Zen offers these tips on simple living precisely because of how complex this world is. Nowadays Zen is receiving more and more attention not only in Japan but abroad as well. Zen transcends religion and nationality and can capture the hearts of everyone. Rather than frowning at the idea of Zen, try simply standing in the garden. It can refresh your mind and spirit and bring subtle shifts and changes you will notice gradually. It can refresh your mind and spirit. The chatter and ripples in your mind suddenly grow silent and still. It conveys far more about the Zen concept than reading any number of texts and books explaining this philosophy. These videos are more practical, and instead of merely understanding Zen intellectually, I hope you will adopt the practices as your own sort of training and induction into Zen practices. Whenever anxiety or worries rear their head, turn to these videos and face them head on. The answer you seek are within.